Hi and welcome to Whisky Shared. You're watching my review of Cutty Sark Prohibition. I'm Toby and you're watching Whisky Shared. Welcome to my review of Cutty Sark Prohibition. Cutty Sark Prohibition is a blended Scotch whisky made up of malt and grain, and it's bottled at 50% ABV. It's non-chill filtered and it retails for just under £24 for a 70cl bottle. The Prohibition Edition is a nod to Captain William S. McCoy, who smuggled Cutty Sark into America during the 1920s Prohibition era. It got the nickname the Real McCoy as the liquor in the bottle was top quality. Shall we find out what it tastes like? On to the whiskey. Right, so before I start nosing and tasting, let's have a look at the colour. Although it is most likely coloured, I'd say that's like an old gold. Let's start with the nose. So the first thing I get is toffee, lovely and sweet. That then turns into like a salted caramel. It's a little nutty. Also get white chocolate, which is really nice. Don't get that on many whiskies at all. Then there's like buttery biscuit. There's a hint of white wine in there, which is unusual with those other flavours that I've picked up. And then there's like charred oak or maybe a hint of smoke. And there is a little bit of spirit on the nose. It is a little bit spirity. Let's move on to the palate. Right, so it is quite viscous, and I think the non-chill filtering really helps with that, and really coats the mouth well. I think the ABV is really good as well. That's making me salivate slightly. It's activating those taste buds really well, but it's really quite drinkable at 50% ABV. There's a nice malty note. That's the first thing I get. Really strong malty note. That sort of that malted barley is really quite nice. Let's have another sip. Yes, I'm starting to get those sweet notes, the buttery toffee, there's caramel there. It really is lovely and sweet. But there's a slight bitterness. I think that might come from the oak barrels that have been chosen. And it's a little bit spicy. There's a really nice sort of maybe like peppery or chili pepper note. It really does tingle on those taste buds. In terms of finish, it's medium length. There's quite a bit of that dry bitter wood that really lingers, and that chili pepper followed by some sort of heat on the tongue is really quite noticeable. But in terms of whiskey, this, as far as I'm aware, is designed to be mixed, as with the standard Cutty Sark. It isn't really a whiskey drinker's whiskey, you know, it isn't really designed to be drunk neat. But I think the fact that it's 50%, the fact that it's non-chill filtered, I think it's piqued the interest of quite a few whiskey drinkers, myself included. And it really is, you know, quite nice dram. It's nice and sweet. I really like sweet whiskies, and that toffee really is quite well rounded. The sort of grain element isn't too spirit forward. It was a little bit on the nose, but it isn't so much on the palate. And for me, it works really well. It's the sort of thing that you could mix, but I think if you are the sort of person that prefers to drink whiskey neat, actually I think you'll be quite surprised by this, and it really is good value for money, I'd say, at just under £24. If this sounds up your street, then I'll put a link in the description and you can check out the bottle for yourself. And if it doesn't, I'll see you for my next review. Sauncher.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.